Hey everybody, what is the tea? It is your girl Bolin back with another video. We've got a little bit more tea, a little bit more drama to get into while I of course paint my face as per usual. So I'm just going to start with some moisturiser and we're going to get into the drama. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing okay. It is Tuesday here for me right now. Been out for a walk and stuff, done my cleaning, and now I'm back here with you guys. Didn't upload anything yesterday because there wasn't that much tea to talk about, but we've got a little bit today because Trisha Paytas has popped off a little bit again on TikTok. It's only a little bit, but it's something I thought we should mention because she's still being a little bit shady about the whole Hair by Jay, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson drama. So let's get straight into it. Trisha Paytas got a little bit shady on a TikTok that said, introduce yourself as the reason why you lost a group of friends. Her answer was, apparently because I rent my house, have bad skin, bad hair, I'm boring, and I ask prices when I shop and I'm poor. Though evidently Trisha Paytas is still doing a lot better than Hair by Jay. She's just bought a 3.7 million house with her fiance Moses. It looks amazing. Since all the recent drama popped off between Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star and Hair by Jay has now come out with his own wig line. He's advertising it as Fame with Jay on his Instagram and he's showing off the wigs that are available for sale. They go from $1,000 plus. And there even seems to be a wig named after Jeffree Star. This long pink one called Star. After Jeffree Star had allegedly fired Hair by Jay, the day after, Hair by Jay put this as a swipe up link on his Instagram, advertising his wig line, obviously trying to get sales. I mean, I don't know if Jeffree Star really has fired Hair by Jay, but I'm sure we'll find out. To me, I don't know. It seems as though Jeffree Star might be retiring anyway. So I think Jeffree Star is burning a lot of bridges with people who he was surrounding himself with, such as his assistant Maddie and Hair by Jay. My own personal speculation is that Jeffree Star will quit YouTube and move to Wyoming for good. And speaking of this whole drama that happened with Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Hair by Jay, it seems people are not having the fact that Shane Dawson might be using this whole thing as a comeback to YouTube. Drag queen and beauty guru Lushious Massacr has called Shane Dawson out on Twitter, saying, rebuke Shane Dawson's comeback plan, no more further manipulation. These people need to step away long enough to really change, not just try to fool their audiences so they can get back to making money. Money is the ultimate goal. We need to not watch and not buy from these people, meaning Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, I assume. Then, in a follow-up tweet, Luscious said, what Trisha has exposed shows these people have literally not changed at all. If anything, they have progressively gotten worse. And here is where I want to add my 2 cents into this. Luscious referring to the manipulation of Shane Dawson. This is something that's very fascinating to me, very interesting, because if you all remember rightly, remember back to when Shane Dawson was riding high on the release of the old conspiracy collection with Jeffree Star. Remember what he did at that time. When this launch was done, he then went on YouTube with a documentary that he made with Eugenia Cooney. Now, Eugenia Cooney, I'm sure you all know who she is. Eugenia Cooney, of course, suffers from an eating disorder. And Shane Dawson decided to make a documentary. Oh, I'm helping Eugenia Cooney with her return to YouTube. Right, Shane, you're such a good person that you're helping Eugenia Cooney make her return to YouTube after she has come out of a facility for an eating disorder. What's happened since then, guys? What has happened since then with Eugenia Cooney? Primer. The shenanigans and the stunts, it is real, because Eugenia Cooney, since that Shane Dawson documentary, has badly relapsed. Her condition has gotten so much worse, in my opinion. You only need to look at Eugenia Cooney to see what she is doing now. Every YouTube video, she's making these try-on hauls with clothes where you can continuously see her showing body checking, which, if you don't know, that's something that people with eating disorders do. You know, she's constantly posing and trying on clothes, looking at her reflection in the monitor or whatever, you know, body checking. Basically, this behavior is common with people who have severe eating disorders. So this woman, because Eugenia is a woman, let's not forget, she is 26 years old. 26, right? She talks in this little baby voice a lot on YouTube and in her Twitch streams and all of that other stuff. But she is an adult woman who is 26 years old, suffering from an eating disorder. Now, I do feel very bad for her for that. But in the same breath, Eugenia Cooney has let herself be used and manipulated by Shane Dawson, letting him do that documentary with her where she was making her return to YouTube after something like a month of being away in an eating disorder clinic. She let Shane Dawson come in, do that documentary with her. Now, I don't think Eugenia's mum helps her at all. I think that Eugenia's mum only makes things worse. My opinion is that Eugenia's mum sees Eugenia, unfortunately, as some kind of cash cow. And I think if Eugenia wasn't making content on YouTube and Twitch, then I think her mum would lose that income. This is all just my opinion, you know, my commentary on the situation. But I think her mum is afraid of losing that income. And I think that's why she's happy for Eugenia to keep making content in the condition that she's in. Because really, when you look at Eugenia, you can clearly see she's not well. She is a sick person. So Shane Dawson took advantage of a sick woman to make a documentary, to make it look like he was doing something good and altruistic, to make it look like he was doing something good for somebody else. Oh, look, this is my friend Eugenia. I'm helping her out with coming back to YouTube, all this kind of stuff. But in fact, it was all for Shane Dawson's own personal gain, because Shane Dawson got views and money out of that. Let's not forget that. And honestly, since he made that whole thing with Eugenia Cooney, he hasn't done any kind of follow-up with her to see her progress or anything like that. And she's progressively gotten worse. It is so plain to see to anyone who's watched Eugenia's channel. She's gotten progressively worse, gone very downhill, very fast. And where's Shane Dawson? Not only that, but Jacqueline Glenn recently uploaded a video to her channel. Jacqueline Glenn, if you guys don't know, if you aren't aware, Jacqueline Glenn was Eugenia Cooney's friend who actually helped getting Eugenia 5150'd in the first place. So Jacqueline Glenn, I feel, was the only person who actually had Eugenia's best interests at heart. She was the friend who genuinely wanted to help Eugenia Cooney to get better and to get in recovery for her illness. But Eugenia has now kicked Jacqueline Glenn to the curb. So in my eyes, Eugenia doesn't want to get better. Eugenia is happy to let people like Shane Dawson use her, manipulate her. She doesn't actually want to recover. And until Eugenia wants to recover, there's nothing anybody else can do. Jacqueline Glenn, however, has put up this petition to try and help Eugenia and everything like that. And honestly, I think Jacqueline Glenn really does mean well. I think Jacqueline Glenn's heart is in the right place. I do think that she was perhaps Eugenia's only real genuine friend. Let me know what you guys think about all that. I mean, I know it's a sensitive topic, but it's something that I felt like I wanted to talk about, because you've got other people calling out the manipulation of Shane Dawson, like Lushious Massacr, you know, Trisha Paytas has recently come out and said a lot about Shane Dawson too. So Shane Dawson has been a bit of a topic recently. He's lost 1 million subscribers since the drama with Trisha. So I feel like Shane Dawson is kind of a relevant topic at the moment, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. Also, there's the fact of how harmful it is for Eugenia to be uploading videos in the state that she's in, uploading videos showing her illness to her young impressionable audience, because she's got teenagers and tweens who watch her, people who use her and look at her as some kind of thinspiration, which is really, really dangerous. It's not just about Eugenia Cooney anymore. It's about all the people, all the teenagers who watch her and are impressed by this. It's very, very dangerous. I feel like for a long time now, there's been a few white creators at the top of YouTube who've taken advantage of smaller creators. And I feel like we're beginning to see a shift, because now a lot more people are starting to call this behaviour out. It's like the masks have come down. We can now see everything underneath. Everything has been exposed for what it is. People can see it. People are calling it out. And this is just what is going on right now. I don't know if it's because people have been at home a lot with the pandemic and everything. So people have got more time to analyse all this. But, you know, it is what it is. And we can all see it now. It's just, you know, sad that Shane Dawson was able to rope so many people into it, into believing that he was this good person doing these good deeds. And we all see it now. We all see it. Anyway, orange colour corrector that I just used on my face here is the Kimchi Chic the Most Concealer. I love this. This is really good. This is what I'm using as a replacement for the Magic Star colour corrector, because I've just run out of my peach one. So that is what I'm using instead now, the Kimchi one. It's really good, and it's actually more affordable than the Magic Star stuff anyway. So I'm going to go in with my foundation now. I'm just going to use a drugstore one today. I'm just going to use the Barry M All Night Long Full Coverage Foundation, because I love this one. I like some Maybelline foundations as well, but this one, as you can see, I've only got a little bit left, so I want to use this up. Where is my brush? There we go. So we're going to start with this. Okay, got my foundation down. Now I'm just going to go in on my nose here with a little bit of bronzer to contour. I've already put a bit around the outside of my face. So we'll just get that on there. I love this kind of brush for doing my nose and for doing here as well. It's really, really good. Although it's like a small brush, I prefer using this shape to a massive brush just to do here and my nose. Just gonna powder my foundation a little bit. I don't do too much because I find it can make me look a bit cakey. So just put a little bit on. Just to set it very lightly. And also when you're a little bit older like me, I think powders can make you look a bit older as well. So I just literally pat a little bit over my foundation just to keep it in place. There we go. And that will do for that. So blush, let's grab my Luna Beauty Moon Prism blush because I love it. And today I'm going to go in with a shade Stargaze, which is the pink one there. I think I'm going to attempt this week's Made by Mitchell look on the eyes today. So I'm just getting my base down first, and I'll be back later on with another video because there is a little bit more beauty guru tea to talk about as well. So I will be getting into that on my next video. So guys, hope to see you there. Take care, stay safe, stay well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.